Taylor Opportunity Program for Students, better known as TOPS, is a program that provides funding for Louisiana residents. Our own Courtney Williams has the story. Lake Martin is a natural beauty. It's the most visited place in all of St. Martin Parish. It is privately owned and widely used by the public.
Louisiana Crew is a football league, but not this kind of football, football. They come together with their diverse cultures and ethnicities to play the sport they all truly love, and even better, bringing soccer to the heart of Lafayette.
When you're organized and ready to sit down to file your taxes, there are a variety of online softwares and apps that will guide you through the process. Two women who started off as best friends became business partners. I'm Logan Onebane, and I'm going to show you a closer look inside Lafayette's biggest, oldest, and only costume rental shop.
We're best friends, you know, and people always said best friends can't do anything like this. It's like we've done this. You know, for 40 years we've been doing this.
Old Vogue wasn't always a costume rental shop. In 1980, Carol Derwin and Sherilyn Hebert saw a bigger picture and transformed it into what we know it as today.
Vintage clothes to the costumes. We had barrels of things. People would go through the barrels, put them all on, and laugh and joke and have fun. And then we decided, shoot, we're not going to sell vintage clothing anymore. We're just going to do costumes.
After discovering an annual costume convention in Chicago, it became a traditional trip to expand their inventory.
And we started out little, and then we grew, and that's how we got all this stuff.
Ahead of their time, Carol and Sherilyn saw an investment in renting costumes out instead of selling them and turned it into their business tactic.
We'll rent the costumes because most people don't want to own them. They want to wear them, have fun. The next party's a different theme.
In some ways, keeping the doors open at Old Vogue is easy, thanks to a reliable customer base.
Lafayette's a party town. So, I mean, all through the year, there's parties every weekend, whether it's a birthday party, anniversary, engagement parties, productions, businesses do things for promotional or conventions. And Lafayette's just been very, very supportive of us. The internet, I think, has in the last 10 years affected us. But still, people really have to come in and try on. And we get so many customers that come in at the last minute. They have a party, they've ordered something, and it doesn't fit them.
Or they don't like it.
Housing 4,500 square feet of inventory from the beginning of time to the present and beyond. Costume prices range anywhere from $10 to $150 with everything you need from head to toe. With Acadiana News 1, I'm Logan Onebane. Certified Public Accountant Tricia Lyons says everyone must know at least the basics before preparing to file a return.
Becoming informed yourself about what the tax law says. You don't have to know it in great detail, but you do have to know, this is deductible, I need to keep these type of documents. These things are important. As a young adult coming out of college, sometimes you work to multiple places. Make sure you have all of the W-2s from all of the places you work. Be as organized as possible because it really makes it efficient.
Whenever I started filing my taxes myself, I didn't know where to begin. So I talked with my mom and she told me she used TurboTax. So I tried that out and I've been using it ever since. The thing I like most about TurboTax is it's really easy to use, and typically it takes me about 30 minutes to file my return.
The deadline to file your taxes is April 15th. For Acadiana News 1, with photographer Danielle Johnson, I'm Logan Onebane. About 5 years ago, my dad decided to add crawfish ponds to his bucket list. With the few acres we had in our backyard, he brought his dream to a reality.
Dug a well and did a 4-acre crawfish pond. Got about 72 traps, and I run them every day, every other day. It's just a good hobby. I love it.
A love that has become a passion for my dad and one that my sisters and I experience with him.
We try to eat crawfish at least twice a week when the catch is really good and everybody's around.
With our 3 dogs, Dad spends several hours a day in our backyard that has become a lush pond for these mud bugs.
We have the boat, we have our bait, and you always bring a shovel in case you have a leak in one of the levees. You have to fix it or you'll lose all your water. And we have the crawfish sack. So we'll start running some traps. Crawfish pond is complete.
The making of these ponds wasn't simple, but it has created a sense of simplicity for dinner and family gatherings. It's a matter of forming the ponds, running the traps, and rebaiting them.
Crawfish trap has 3 entrances on it. Crawfish can get in, but they can't get out. So we just dump them in the tray. Rebait for the next day.
Crawfish ponds weren't the only thing on my dad's bucket list. He also brought his own wine to life.
Me and my fiance made mulberry wine and blackberry wine, and this year we're doing a blueberry wine. It's fun, it's easy, and the wine comes out pretty good. Wine is always better if it's aged. The longer it's aged, the better it is with time. But you can also drink it within 3 or 4 months, depending on what kind of wine you make.
Time is what my dad cherishes, as he will begin a new chapter with his fiancée Brenda, and time is also his ally, as his native crawfish requires months to cultivate.
You have native crawfish in here, but it's just like a rice crop or a bean crop. You have to really plant them. You have to seed the ponds in the off season, where they'll burrow down and have brood. And then when you float them up in September, October, you start catching crawfish then.
Crawfish time, derived from my dad's enthusiasm, is now a personal treat for me. For Louisiana Focus, this is Logan Onebane.